bloody day are you doing?
Huh?
Why do you keep moving everything? Did the jitterbug bite your bottom?
Very funny, Rob. Actually, I was centering our room. I've been reading a book on feng shui, and this room is completely off balance.
The room is off balance.
Yes. Actually, would you mind sitting over there? I think that would help.
Ahem.
Oh, it's worse with you over there. You can go back to where you were.
Why do you always have to do this?
Do what?
Make us do completely asinine things. You get some loony idea in your head, and then you get upset if we don't do it.
Like what? What have you been talking about?
I cannot believe you would even ask me that. Just last week, you wanted us to become vegans. Vegans, Kate? Not even vegetarians. And all because you watched some blarmy special on PBS.
And I still think we should be vegans. All that milk and cheese can't be good for us.
And then the week before that, you wanted to, what was it? Move to LA and become extras? Just out of the blue, because you decided you wanted to try your hand at acting.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
And then the week before that, you wanted to, what was it? Create your own workout video?
No, that really was a good idea. I still might do that.
Every day, it's something different. It's like you're on some kind of road trip, and you want to see all the sights before you die. Except we are the sights, and nobody's dying.
Everyone's dying, Rob. Little by little, each day, we're all dying.
Don't give me that crap, Kate. If you want to live in an eternal state of I don't know who I am or what I want, that's fine. Leave me out of it.
This is horrible. We fight all the time now. We hate each other. And this room is still completely off balance.
Nobody hates anyone, and the room is fine.
See, we can't even agree on that. I knew this would happen. I knew our marriage would be one endless fight that would last for all eternity.
Come off it, Kate. You didn't know anything. If you did, you wouldn't have married me.
I didn't marry you.
How'd you find out?
I'll find out what?
Forget it. What were you going to say?
Our marriage isn't valid. The pastor
What?
he was a clown.
Huh. I don't remember him being all that funny.
No, you don't get it.
Okay, jeez. I do remember him telling a joke or two, but it was hardly Saturday Night Live.
I mean, he was a real clown, Rob. I called the real pastor a few days before the wedding, and I canceled him. Then I looked in the yellow pages for someone who could play the pastor at our wedding, but none of the actors in our area were available. They're all in some Renaissance festival downtown. So I hired a clown instead. I had to pay him double his usual fee because he didn't have a costume.
Damn it! Kate, you've jumped the crazy train, and now you're steer at full speed.
It's true, it really is. You see, about 2 months before the wedding, I felt like I wasn't ready. I felt like I didn't know you well enough. I felt like you were hiding something from me.
And you never thought to mention that to me?
I thought you'd get upset.
I am upset!
So you see, I was right. I'm so sorry, Rob. Can you ever forgive me?
I'm not sure you should be the one apologizing. You see, I have been hiding something. My name isn't really Rob Schneffelfield.
It's not?
No. My real name's Luke LaRoche, and I moved here from Wisconsin.
But you had an English accent. Or had one anyway.
I made up the accent to meet women. American women love British guys.
You're kidding.
No, really, they do. American women, they're very attracted to British men. I read a study about it in a magazine. So I came here and I started introducing myself as a Rob. People liked Rob. I liked Rob. And I had a great time pretending to be angry about everything all the time.
You've been lying to me? All this time?
I never meant for it to last this long, honestly. I wanted to tell you at our wedding, but I just couldn't. I was afraid. Afraid I'd lose you forever.
So that's why your parents weren't at our wedding. It wasn't because they couldn't afford the plane ticket. It's because they never knew about it.
Yeah.
How could you? How could you deceive me for all this time?
I never thought it would hurt you. I thought you liked me the way I was.
I loved you the way that you were. Because I love the British. They're just so charming. Yes, that's the word, charming. Everything about them is charming. Their accents, their tea times, their strange little jokes that no one understands. My favorite group is and always will be the Beatles, and I've read 8.5 biographies on the royal family. This is horrible. I can't believe this.
We'll get through it. Kate.
No, you don't understand. I don't want to get through it. The only reason I married you is because I thought you were British.
But you didn't marry me.
But I pretended to.
Ugh.
If you're not British, I don't see how this is going to work. The only thing that kept me going was the idea that someday we would travel to England and I would meet the Queen.
Okay, I never said I knew the Queen.
It's a fantasy, Rob. Let me finish. We would travel to England and see the Queen and the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower is in France.
I know that, Rob. Of course I know that. I just thought that since England is so close to France, we would stop in. Anyway, we'd see the Eiffel Tower, walk along the Riviera.
The Riviera is also in France.
We're still in France in my fantasy, Rob. And we would end our trip with a personal tour of the Louvre.
That's in France too.
Okay, so in addition to England, I like France. So what? Either one is much more interesting than America.
Well, it's funny you say that. Because je suis français.
Huh?
I'm French.
Yeah, right. You said you were from Wisconsin.
Oh, I said I moved here from Wisconsin. I'm from France. And that's where my family still lives.
Really?
Really. How do you think I knew all those places you named were in France?
That's a good
It's
point.
because I'm French. My last name is French too. No. Very French. And I can speak French as well.
Really?
Oui, mademoiselle.
That's fantastic news! That's even better than you being British.
It is?
Of course, France is far, far more exciting than England.
I always thought Frenchmen were smelly and fat. At least that's how all the men in my family were.
No. Frenchmen are seductive and sophisticated. This is so great. We have to go. We have to go to France immediately. Oh, and while we're there, we really should get married again. I'd love to be Mrs. What did you say your last name was again?
Now,
Oh, well, it's not exactly beautiful, but it's better than Stanford.
sounds like a great plan, Kate. There's only one problem.
What?
Well, my family, kinda. This is hard for me to say, Kate.
Take your time.
Yeah. They always wanted me to marry a French girl.
Oh.
But maybe you could pretend to be French.
Yes! I would love that. I've always wanted to be French. French women don't get fat, you know. Or is
year more.